Hey guys, Tim here. Welcome back to Montana. I started working on those Jeep wheels. The coolest wheels on the planet, the Lattice wheels. I'm giving away the secret sauce here, but they kind of look like this, kind of grimy, and this is one of the worst ones. The other ones aren't so bad, but they still have some corrosion stuff on it. So I ran down to Harbor Freight, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, and I just started yesterday. But I got one of those little cheap samples. This guy, and I didn't want to get real tough on the media, and so I got the glass bead, but sadly the bead really wasn't taking the stuff off. It would take some off, but it wouldn't take it all off. And so I ran back out because they said it had it in stock to go get the aluminum oxide, but somebody already beat me to the punch and got both bags. So I called an Audible and got some discs. Now these are probably a little heavier than I should be using or that I like. But they've taken off all that corrosion really well. See, I got one on my die grinder, and then I got this one on the drill for kind of doing the lip. So they're still a little dirty right now. They need to be cleaned up. And there's definitely some scratches going on, which not ideal. Again, I'm not trying to do a show car here, just a Jeep, fix up an old Jeep that's all scratched up anyway. The lip already had some damage in it. I got some of the damage out, but it worked. This wheel is so grimy, but it took it all off. Unfortunately, it loses some of this texture that's there, and these are good wheels to practice on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't do this on a real expensive set of wheels unless you're good at it, but I think that even with these tougher pads, if I come back and polish it, it'll probably be all right. Again, I'm not trying to go for perfect restoration here. Just want to clean them up and use them, put them on the daily beater, on the trail rig. So I also want to update you on the status of the Jeep and what I've done on it and what it's looking like so far. Here she is again. If you don't remember, a 2000 Cherokee Sport. Not in terrible shape, but I got her washed up. You can see some damage here. The hood, hood is probably in the worst shape, but the body was pretty clean. A couple spots of rust on the roof that maybe we'll deal with later on. But I did a couple things. I took off, it had this cladding. I'll see if I can roll in that. I don't know if I have a picture of that. But it had the cladding on the side. I don't know why I call it cladding. But the plastic molding on the side, it was all warped and faded. So I pulled that off and then got a rubber wheel and some glue gun and got rid of all the glue that was on the side. So that cleans up good. I got out the PDR gun and it had a couple dents in this door. You can still see that there's still, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's still a little bit here that I might try and come back and finesse, but that's only the second time I've done PDR. But 5 foot, 10 foot, I could probably use a little bit of polish too, just from scraping off the glue and everything. But honestly, does it really need polish when the paint's coming off, when it's an old Jeep? I just wanted to get that look of that dent out. I think that goes a long way. Same thing on the passenger side. Huge dent here that I pulled in the other video. That one's on video. And then this door had a couple dents too that in the right light, don't even see that they're there. I replaced the latch on the rear hatch in here. I actually pulled one off a ZJ at the junkyard because the only XJ that had one, they had different bolts in here. So like somebody just shoved like Home Depot bolts, and I didn't have all my sockets with me. I brought what I needed or thought I needed. So I pulled one out of a ZJ, and I just had to bend the tab up here and replace the bar off of mine. The bar on the ZJ was longer, and that fixed that. Replaced the wipers, replaced that back one because the cover was broken. And then I replaced the driver's side because the clip was broken, and I painted them. And that cleaned up good. Still want to do the bumpers, and I really want the pre-96 square fog lights that go there, or at least something that looks like them. Or maybe even the housing with LEDs. But I'm still torn on the LED incandescent halogen type bulb, is whether I'm going to stay period correct. I really don't want to go crazy with this thing, but so far it's cleaned up. Oh, the other thing was, I did all the fluids, the rear diff, transfer case, transmission, oil. I tried to clean up under there. I definitely think, I don't know, I know it's got a rear main seal that's bad, but I don't know that I want to do that. I watched a couple videos on it. Just looks miserable. and I can just add more oil for right now. So maybe we'll do that later in the summer. I just want to get her out on the trails, and you know, maybe I'll see how much someone charges to do it, but let's not talk about that right now. So ADD, back to the wheels. What the media blaster worked well was getting in here and getting all that brake grime off of there. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna come back. I missed a couple, so I'm gonna come get these real quick before I do the next wheel. So I really don't think you're gonna see much because I can't see much. I try and cover it with the lid, but just to kind of give you the general idea. That Harbor Freight compressor really keeps up with this no problem. The die grinder, the compressor's kind of running constantly to keep up with the die grinder. But for a small project, you know, do a couple wheels, be able to get it done. So these holes got cleaned out pretty good, other than this like texture difference between the sort of factory texture and where I had to grind something down. You see the other wheels, these two aren't terrible. I mean, there's some of this corrosion here I might need to use the wheel on, but I'm hoping I can just use the glass bead to take off some of this other stuff. This one's really hurting. I don't think I'm gonna do anything to that one. If I do and I want to at the end, I will, like maybe for the spare tire. And then this would be the other one where it's got a little more grime up there and some there, but I think the rest of the wheel might clean up with just the glass bead. You're gonna see the 4 caps I have. So this is the one I just blasted. And here's the other ones that are pretty clean. They're plastic, and I don't know if it's like aluminum cap with a plastic back. Maybe they'll polish. Might just have to paint them, but you know, they get this nice from that factory texture on there, which I won't be able to recreate, I don't think. This wheel is probably cleanest of the bunch, so I'm gonna put that in the blaster and see how that goes. So the cleaner wheel definitely cleaned up a lot nicer with the bead blasting, but there's still some spots where it's really corroded and the edges are messed up. So I'm definitely gonna run the wheel on some of this. This is obviously flat and this has this factory ridge. I'd love to keep that, but looking at the other wheels, I don't know that I will. So as I'm looking, I'm thinking polish and then clear coat. You know, I guess I'm concerned about this finish being darker in here. And I don't think that's just dirt there. I think that's not as light. I mean, I suppose I could give it a coat of paint for all the interior surfaces and then come back and try and sand it off of the top surface. Boy, I don't know. So I got the third wheel blasted. The wind's picking up a little bit, so I moved back in the shop. But it looks pretty good. There's definitely some areas of worse corrosion I'm gonna hit with the wheel. So try not to cringe too much. But let's see if we can get this corrosion off here. I've got 4 wheels all scuffed up. Got the grime off, got the edges cleaned up. there's kind of what the original grind looked like. I think this would be a good thumbnail. Compare one of these with the finished one. Next, I got to clean them off. I'm going to just try to use some wheel cleaner. I've got that aluminum wheel cleaner. See if in a second pass on there with a brush, like a toilet brush type thing in the drill. We'll clean off, see what they look like, get some of the gunk off. And then I'll try putting some sandpaper on it. I might just try with my orbital sander because I have it on hand, see how that goes. And if I need to go get a wheel or something to sand it out, I will. From there, I was talking to my 5-year-old son, and he said, when I asked him what color should I do, gold, silver, he said I shouldn't do gold because it's too fancy, and it's definitely too fancy for that Jeep, I think. And then he said silver or then black, but I'm not going to do black, but I like that he likes black wheels. So they just don't, I don't think they look period correct, and they look a little lesser when it comes to a stock wheel painted black versus just buying a one-off like off-road black wheel. That's a different story. So we're going to try silver and see how that goes. Well, found some 220. There you go, the motorcycle. Found some 220 sandpaper back from when I did the countertops. There it is. So I'm just gonna go straight to that and see what happens. Can't hurt. I don't think it'll polish up the way I don't want it to polish, but at least this might work without a polish. Just sanding this, because I like the flat finish. Just sanding it and maybe putting a clear on it. But I know this is no fun to watch, so I'll check back with you in a minute. Plus, you guys are my headphones, so I'm gonna put them in and I'll check back with you in a minute. Well, I sanded at 220, and then on the lip and the, whatever you wanna call it, the edge, I did 120 and then 220, and I think it cleaned up, pretty good for what it is. Not too shabby. Now I'm like torn because the aluminum isn't, it's not perfect, right? You see the edge there. But I'm torn. I don't really want to paint it. I kind of like the metal. The stuff in here is not really going to clean up, I don't think. Problem again is this one's gray, that one's gray. That one looks pretty white between the spokes. If we spray a color in here and then sand this, maybe tape off the lip. Famous last words, right? Now I'm gonna end up doing more, but I want it to look all right. I want it to look decent. Probably could use a little more on some parts of the lip. But dinner's almost ready, so I don't know that I'll do that today. And does it really? At some point this is diminishing returns, so is the juice really worth the squeeze? I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is the one I cleaned with the aluminum cleaner, and this one just got sanded. This one's slightly shinier, so I'm thinking if I clean this with the aluminum cleaner, hopefully it'll match that kind of sheen. Sanding isn't taking too long, so I'll probably do the other two tomorrow, and I'm gonna stew it over and see if I want to paint them or not. I'm back out in the shop. Spring decided to go away for a couple of days, and winter has returned. I'm back out in the shop, and I just got the other two wheels all sanded up. I'm thinking they look pretty great. I could stop here, and I probably should. My beard's all funny for me, tucked in my sweatshirt. But I've got an idea. I really want to try getting some dark gray spray paint, like gunmetal gray, taping up around the edge, and then putting a coat of gunmetal spray paint in here. And then whatever gets on the face, just sand that off again, just to try and darken these up. But I don't do that, and then put a coat of clear, and then hopefully get some tires on these bad boys. And because this wheel is so smoked, I might give it a try real quick. I think it's somewhere around like 36, 38 degrees in here, if that thing's to be believed. So I'm gonna put the heat gun, not exactly a great day to spray paint, but I'm gonna put the heat gun on the wheel and warm up some paint and just give it a shot. I don't have the gray I want, so I'm just gonna use black just to test. And I'm just gonna do a little spot. Try and heat up the wheel. And maybe the can at the same time a little bit. Maybe if it was the gold, it might be kind of cool. Got me thinking now. All right, let me think on this. While waiting for the wheels and well, not wheels, the tires and lift kit to show up, I started tackling the water. I don't think the water pump was leaking or anything, but there was definitely a coolant leak. Doesn't seem to be anything in the oil or any sort of head gasket leak. It would get wet and leak over here. My best bet was the radiator. So I got a new radiator over here. Got the old one out. While I was in here, figured let's do the water pump, let's do the thermostat. I got a new lower hose and new upper hose. They're all right, but I'm in here. It doesn't cost that much. Let me just do it. The Jeep has a block heater. It looks to be stock. The rubber insulation was failing, so I just rewrapped it in electrical tape real quick, and I think will be good as gold. Or good as new? What do you think? Good as something? Super windy, so I'm in the shop like a madman with a pressure washer. Got this Meguiar's wheel cleaner sitting on there. It's actually working really well. Clean up all that dust. The cleanup, super nice. But tell me if you can see a problem. This one's got gray, and this one's just a flat aluminum. I really like the gray. I wasn't sure if that would come off or if that was dirt. You can see some of the finish is a little messed up there. Probably just from age. So I think I am gonna have to get a gray, close to that, and spray them all on the inside here. Well, tape the lip, tape the wheel, put as much tape as I can here, and then spray all in here, and then sand it off, and then clear the whole thing. But at least they're getting clean, which is good. I mean, that looks pretty good. This one's a dark gray too. Yeah, I think it looks great. Here they are, all cleaned up. Another dark gray one. It's much easier to see in person than at least I can see on the viewfinder. Yeah, there you go. So comment below if you knew that these came in gray, plain, and then also the gold, and maybe whatever else is out there. So next step is not the clear coat. I'm gonna have to go get some dark gray, and we'll be right back. Probably in a day or two. Wheels are all taped up. Tires came in. I don't know if these are any good or not, but they were cheap, and the cheapest for me on this project. Let me see if I can't get this lift kit knocked out. So this is the Rough Country, I guess 3-inch lift. Brings up the front, brings up the back a little bit to even it out, and then makes enough room, hopefully, to fit 31s on there. It's got shocks. I guess, what do you call these? Control arms. And then some brackets. I went for the add a leaf. I didn't need to replace the whole leaf spring. I'm sure it's fine. And then I got a new, this is all new to me. It's not a sway bar. Steering link or something. I'll look it up. Track bar. And then I also got a track bar here on the front with a mount. I don't know if I need this for 31s and this 3-inch lift. The reviews are kind of mixed on, but I figured for the 150 bucks, whatever it was, might as well do it. And it's a beautiful spring morning. Well, I had the camera off and she dead. I got the big guns out. I'll let it charge for a minute. Well, I got it on the charger. Well, I got them painted up and I'm gonna sand that off, but I think they're gonna look awesome. See, I got in all the little spots and sand the faces off. Back there too. A little less than 1 can. This Krylon Fusion Metallic did all these wheels in a really kind of heavy coat. I'm gonna let that harden up for a few days while I take care of some other things and then get back to it. all sanded. Just need to go rinse them off. Gonna go rinse them off, let them dry, and put some clear coat on them. I just think it looks good. Well, got the clear coat on, and I'd say they're looking pretty good. Let them dry overnight and hopefully get those tires mounted tomorrow. In the meantime, the parts came in a little late, so I'm not gonna do them today. I just started to put on the tie rod ends. Ooh, I can't breathe in here. But I got the piece de resistance for the wheels. So let's let them dry and then I'm not gonna put it all the way in there, but I'll show you what it looks like. But that is what it looked like. Not the exact same finish, but close enough from 20 feet. All right, let's go inside before I kill all my brain cells. I just picked up the wheels and tires from getting mounted, and I think they look good. Here they are. Looking fresh. Now, let me test fit. I don't know if I need to jack it up, so I'm gonna try and test fit these real quick. Try not to get all dirty. Looking fresh. Did I show you center caps? I think they're for a newer Jeep, but they look pretty good. All right, get the other rear wheel on, but it's higher. Kids would definitely have to climb in now. It's kind of up at arm's height for me. Feels good. Not gonna put the front ones on yet. Gotta do the sway bar end links. It's all back together. But the battery's dead again. So it definitely means you need to get a new battery. Maybe something was open, but we'll see. Let me get it outside and we'll look at it. Well, the wheels are on. She's good to go. She's all aligned, axle centered. Rear shock bolts came out though. I was out in the woods, so that was a little bit of a fun fix. I got to take it to the shop and put them back in, but she's looking good, I think. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you like the wheels. I know I do. Comment below what your favorite Jeep wheels are. And subscribe if you want to see some more, because I'm sure there'll be more stuff coming down the pike eventually. But until next time, may God bless you and keep standing up for what's right.